What's up, guys? Welcome back to Golf Simulator videos. We're back today with the new Foresight Sports FSX PLAY golf simulator software. I've had a lot of people reach out asking to see more of this software. Well, perfect timing because they just released a new course, Harbour Town Golf Links. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the course, seeing it on the PGA Tour, on TV. Well, we get to show it to you today, and I'm going to show you some kind of different features that I use. When I'm doing practice, I actually like to do on-course practice out on these courses to work on different shots. We're hooked up to our Foresight Sports GCQUAD, and if you guys are looking to purchase any type of Foresight Sports hardware or software, I want to make sure you shoot me an email. I'll pin it to the top of the comments and also put it in the description. But if you want the best information and pricing, make sure you reach out to me. I've had so many people that are looking to build either like a home studio or even commercial facilities we've been able to put together designs for, and just make sure you're getting the proper fit for what you need. So make sure you shoot me an email. I'd love to help out. But let's go ahead and just go over to our desktop so I can show you guys what I've got going on here. We'll take down my camera so it's not blocking anything. And I've shown this screen before in a few different videos. You basically have three tiles to choose from, which is really nice. It's just a simple splash home screen. And you can go to practice, and then I'm going to scroll down. Rather than arrange, I'm going to go to the new Harbour Town Golf Links you'll see here. Very well designed course. I can tell they put time and detail into this to make sure it looked right and played proper. I'll try to do like maybe a 9-hole or 18-hole video here in the near future. But I like to start down in course info down at the bottom. What it allows me to do is just kind of get a look at the whole course. If I'm choosing a tee, whether I want to play the blacks or the blues, it gives me 7,000, 6,600. But I can go hole by hole when I'm doing practice, and it's going to give me a graphical representation of what that hole looks like. And I can pick a different tee box that I think is appropriate for the shot, or I can move the ball around when I'm out there too. But let's go ahead and go to hole 14, one of my favorite par 3s, extremely challenging, very protected by water the whole way up from the tee box. And it's just a small green. I mean, you really have to, choose your shot on how you're going to make an approach up there. And then from there, I can go to setup. And now I know I want to select hole number 14. I'm going to do the blue pins. Pin placement normal is fine. Let's go to advanced though. I'm going to change green firmness to soft. Why do I like to do that? Because I kind of like to see my carry distance. I don't want the ball to be too far away from where I carried it, just because that's going to kind of give me an idea of the shots that I'm hitting. If I needed to clear something or not go too far, it just gives me a good idea of where they're at. If you wanted to do weather, you can do that. You can even do advanced weather and kind of fine tune in different things, as well as real-time weather, which is a really cool feature. They have some flybys and photos if you want to get some previews that way as well. But we're just going to go ahead and click play. It's going to load up. Kind of gives you a preview of what we selected. Noontime, partly cloudy, no wind, and then that altitude was the barometric or barometer inside of the GCQUAD. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw my camera back up there before I forget. There we go. And then once this loads up, I'll go ahead and give you guys maybe a quick flyover of this hole just so you have an understanding of what it looks like. Like I said, just a beautiful hole, and they've done a really good job of, placing the trees and placing the different objects and look and feel of this course. I think that the new graphics engine, the details of trees and things like that, the foliage, if you will, just really looks true. Very immersive, very cool. Now, if I wanted to, this is more of an approach situation, but you could do this on a par 3 because you're going to reach the green. You can hit green. It does kind of like a abbreviated flyover is what it is, and then it drops balls down so you can see the undulation of the green. So if I was practicing on a par 3, or maybe I'm just playing a par 3, I can see, look at that runaway left of the pin. But let's go ahead and see if we can play a shot down there. Hopefully not too many water balls today. My first shot that I'd like to hit, that is a challenging one for me, is to see if I can hit kind of a little cut in there. Just fade the ball just a little bit, keep it over top of that safe zone, and then have it land on the green. I have an 8-iron in hand. It's 159 to the pin, so I feel like if it was a little bit chopped off of my 8-iron, it gives me still a really good opportunity to be up on the green enough distance, but at the same time working towards the pin. So let's see if we can pull that shot off. All right, it's got just a little cut to it. Let's see if the distance is right. Perfect. Now notice how that ball really didn't release much because I had it on soft. Now if I wanted to, I could change that and it's going to release more. But I wanted to see where I'm landing the ball. And you can see the dots start to appear over there on the green. So next, something that I was going to point out after I hit a few shots here is that you can either leave all tracers on, you can do the last tracer or no tracers, depending on what you're trying to do. But let's go ahead and see maybe if I can get just a little more distance out of this and get it closer to the pin. Might be a little too much fade on the ball though. Ooh, risky. Very risky. But notice I'm almost pin high now. And not a bad shot at all. It keeps me on the right side. It's risky over there by the water, but the ball's not going to trickle off to the left. Now I'm going to try to play maybe a little bit of a draw. Maybe I want to bring it over top of the water, play it safe. Want it to end up on the left-hand side. Oh, I pulled it though. And you know, my misses are so much bigger when I'm trying to hit a draw like that. And that's kind of why I feel like this shot for me is a fade. That was like a big double cross. So let's see if I can get a little more relaxed with it. Not try to draw the ball so hard. Hold off the face. Much more of an easy draw for me. It's going to have more distance though. I feel like it might be too much club. No, not too bad. But notice how the green was soft, so it didn't move far, but it hit and kind of ran to the left a little bit. So now I could go over to my desktop here. I could go up to settings. So the little hamburger in the upper left, go to settings. And then it's under graphics, I believe. Or no, game options, that's what it's under. And now I could go to tracers on. And you can see there's other things. There's the aiming arrows. You can show your aim line that runs the line all the way up to your aiming position. But now I can see all of my different tracers. So I'm on course, I'm working on different shots, and now I can see them. Now if I wanted to go up to analysis, I can do that as well, and it's going to show me the different data for each shot. So I can see my side spin, I can see my back spin, my launch angle for each shot, you know, depending on what you're looking at. How about your 2-pin number? I mean, that's really important. I was actually the same distance to the pin from that first little tiny cut versus that draw, that last one I hit, but they were on completely different parts of the green. One was kind of lower, one was higher. So I personally feel like I like the little fade. Now, that's a difficult shot for me to hit. I'm very, very happy with those couple. Let's see if we can actually hit a little more of a fade. This is where it gets really dangerous for me, but let's try it. There we go. See if that distance is right. Notice how that ball was working towards a different direction. Oof, just kind of landed down on that slope again though. I feel like that's going to be a difficult, you know, putt from there. So this is what I like to do. Now I want to actually take you guys out really quick, so stay with me for a second because I just want to kind of do a preview. I'll show you a couple different holes on Harbour Town golf links so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. So let's go ahead and jump over and we will go to exit game. Yes, exit game. It will take us back to the menu. I'll actually take video capture down. That way you guys don't have my camera blocking anything. And then I think what I'll do is I'm actually just gonna like kind of start around. So instead of practice, we'll just go to courses and then we'll go down to Harbour Town. And I'm just going to load it up from the blacks, just normal. And I'm gonna skip some holes so you guys can get a preview of what Harbour Town looks like. I think that they just did a really good job with this course. Like I said, I mean, a lot of you have seen it on TV on the PGA Tour, and I think that, you know, it's really, really good representation of what the course looks like. You can tell they took their time on this one. Now, this is cool. They do this like automatic preview when you land on a hole. So each hole you come up to kind of gives you an abbreviated preview, just enough to see the green, where your drive's going to land. But look at hole number 1 here. I mean, that even the house, the details, the water, I really feel like they've done a good job here. Let's do a quick flyover of this hole. There we go. That way you get a full flyover. You you know, flyovers, even though I'm recording, you know, at super high resolution and bit rate, you know, it's still getting me a smooth action. You know, I'm not getting a bunch of stuttering or anything like that. I feel like the, you know, the graphics engine isn't too demanding, yet I have, you know, crisp looking graphics. And then what I can do is I can go up here to more and then go to skip hole. And so that's number 2 right there. That's number 3. That's number 4. Here's a cool one. Let's just do a little flyover of this par 3. This is what I was telling you that just makes this course so challenging. So 1 minute you're on this tight tree-lined par 4 or par 5, and the next minute you're on a par 3 that is just, you know, littered with water. Look at the pin position on that too. So once again, probably another great hole where you could work on shot shaping. You know, what is your preferred shot shape that you're confident with, so you know that you can go out there and get a ball on the green. So big dog leg there to the left. We can do a flyover of this one if you want. Just shows you how tight the trees are off on the left there. And then you come around the corner, littered with bunkers, water on the left-hand side if you were to, you know, hook a drive off the tee box. Just a challenging course, but at the same time, beautiful. I mean, just a great looking course. I really want to know what you guys think of what they've done here with this design. Make sure that, you know, you send me a comment, or, you know, land a comment down below, and let me know what you think. So which one is this? That's number 7. And then I'm going to skip really fast here, so bear with me. Oh, I actually like this hole a lot. This is where it has sand up in front of the green. So when you land your drive up there and you're going for the green, it's just protected all the way by sand. And you're going into the clubhouse at this point, so it's pretty cool. You know, going towards the clubhouse, you can see the practice green in the back. Just really cool hole in my opinion. All right, so let's keep skipping though, because I definitely want to show the iconic number 18 where you have the lighthouse. You can see how just tree lined all of these fairways are. That's where we just were. That's that par 3. Number 17 is actually a really iconic hole as well. We can do a flyover here because this is where you kind of get out to that water, and you have inland water as well that you're hitting over top of. You have a huge bunker, you know, just protecting that whole landing area before the green or fairway. Actually gives you a little opportunity to miss left there. As you can see, that bunker pushes out. And then there's a little sneak preview of our lighthouse down there. And then we'll skip to number 18. We'll do a full flyover, and then we'll talk about a few things as we wrap up here. But I love the landing area of the fairway of 18 at Harbour Town. It's really cool how it opens up like that. It's just a beautiful hole. Challenging once again. Look at how tight it is down there as you're approaching the green. Obviously protected by sand in the front and the back. Just really cool stuff. So I really hope this has not only given you guys an opportunity to see how you can maximize the practice mode inside of FSX Play, but also an opportunity to see their all-new course, Harbour Town Golf Links. I'd like to know what else you guys would like to see. Any questions that you have, please put them down in the comments below. And as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned. There'll be a lot more videos coming soon.